Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I rewatched Saiyaara. Yeah, that one that released last year. For those who don't know, Saiyaara is directed by Mohit Suri. And if you have seen his older films, you already know he has a thing for intense, slightly broken love stories. And this one stars Ahan Pandey as Chris and Anit Farda as Bani. And honestly, I feel like watching it during release and watching it now are two complete different experiences. When I first saw it in theaters, I was mostly focused on the romance, the chemistry, and the music, and the drama, of course. Chris is this struggling, angry musician with his serious attitude issues, and Barney is this soft-spoken poet who is nursing a broken heart. Their collaboration starts off messy, kind of chaotic, but slowly turns into something really beautiful. But rewatching it today, I deep down to the second half because once Barney gets diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer, the entire tone of the movie shifts. It stops being just a love story and becomes this quiet, painful love story about memory and what happens when love has to fight something you can't control. And I think what makes it work is that it does not feel overly dramatic. It is not constantly trying to make you cry. It just sits with the emotions. There are scenes where nothing huge happens. It is just Chris watching Barney struggle to remember something simple. And that hurts more than any dramatic monologues. Now let's talk about the performance. Ahan Pandey did actually really well. When the film was announced, I think a lot of people are skeptical. But he really commits to Chris' anger and vulnerability. There is this rawness to him, especially in the later scenes where he realizes he can't fix the situation. But for me, Anit Farda is the heart of the film. The way she subtly portrays confusion and fear without overacting, it feels real. There is a scene where she forgets the meaning behind one of her own poems, and you can literally see the panic in her eyes. That scene is the favorite scene of the film, and the music carries half the emotional weight. The songs don't feel forced, they feel like extensions of their conversations. The background score, especially during the hospital scenes, so underrated but powerful. Film's first half does feel slightly stretched. Some of Chris' temper tantrums feel repetitive, and few dialogues are a bit too Instagram caption like. But once the emotional core clicks, those flaws don't matter as much. What I like most on rewatch this, the film does not give you neat fairy tale solution. It does not magically cure Vani. It does not suddenly turn in life into poetry. It just shows love trying even when it knows it might lose. And I think that's why it feels more mature than initially seemed. Watching it again made me realize this is not about romance. It is about identity. If memory makes us who we are, what happens when they start slipping away? When one person remembers everything and the other slowly forgets. Overall, I would say it is a very good film. If you have already seen it, maybe give it another try, especially if you are in a reflective mode. And if you have not seen yet, just don't go in expecting a light, floppy romance. It is heavier than it looks. Anyway, that was my honestly take on this film.